Namaste, welcome, and aloha. Welcome to the verse titled The Supreme Abode, the Destination Beyond Self. We've learned about the challenges of Kali Yuga and the need for essential knowledge. Now, the sages ask, what is that essential knowledge? What is the destination we're seeking? Titled The Supreme Abode. This verse reveals the ultimate goal, the supreme destination that satisfies the soul completely. This is not about temporary achievement. This is about the eternal destination. Let us explore this profound teaching. First, let us recite the verse in its original Sanskrit. Namanti yatpada niketam atmanaha. Shiven kamen malam vidunvate. Ananya bhave nijdharma bhavitam nirajjanam tadparamam padam vidoha. These words describe the supreme destination and how it is reached. Let us understand what they reveal. Now, let us go through the raw form of English translation of the verse. The translation: those who bow down at the shelter of his feet with pure intent cleanse the impurities of the self. By remaining fixed in their prescribed duties with unalloyed devotion, they realize that spotless state as the supreme and ultimate destination. This describes both the path and the destination. Let us explore what this means. Now let us look at some core teaching of this verse. This verse describes the supreme destination, Paramapadam, and how it is reached. Let us understand the key elements. First, Namanti at Padaniketam Atmanaha, those who bow down at the shelter of his feet for the sake of the self. Namanti means to bow down, to offer obeisance, to surrender. Yatpada Niketam, at the shelter of whose feet. This is about taking shelter, not just acknowledging, not just respecting, but actually taking shelter, making the Lord's feet your refuge, your home. Second, Shivana Kamana Malabvidhunvet, with auspicious desire, they wash away impurities. Shivana Kamana, with pure, auspicious intent, not motivated by material gain, not seeking temporary benefits, but with pure desire for the supreme. Mala Vidhunvet, they wash away, they cleanse the impurities. Mala means contamination, dirt, impurity. Taking shelter of the Lord's feet cleanses the heart. It removes material contamination. Third, Ananya Bhave Nija Dharma Bhavitam, in unalloyed devotion, cultivated through one's prescribed duties. Ananya Bhave, in unalloyed devotion, without deviation, without mixing with other desires. Ananya means not other, exclusive, undivided, Nija Dharma Bhavitam, cultivated through one's own prescribed duties. This is not about abandoning responsibility. This is about performing your duties with devotion. Fourth, Niranjanan Tat Paraman Padad Vidu. They understand that spotless, supreme destination. Niranjanam, spotless, untainted, pure. Tat Paramapadam, that supreme abode, that ultimate destination. Viduf, they understand, they realize, they know. This is the teaching. Those who take complete shelter of the Lord's lotus feet with pure intent, washing away material contamination through unmotivated devotion, cultivated in their duties, realize the supreme spotless destination. This is not intellectual knowledge. This is realization. This is the actual destination. Now let us look at some modern scientific parallels. This ancient teaching about transcendence corresponds to modern understanding of human fulfillment. First, consider Abraham Maslow's concept of self transcendence. Maslow is famous for the hierarchy of needs, physiological needs, safety, belonging, esteem, self actualization. But late in his life, Maslow added a higher level: self transcendence, the need to go beyond self interest, to connect to something greater than oneself. This is Yatpada Niketam, taking shelter of something beyond the self. The highest human need is transcendence. Second, consider Viktor Frankl's logotherapy, the search for meaning. Frankl, a Holocaust survivor and psychiatrist, discovered that meaning transcends circumstances. Those who had a purpose beyond themselves could endure anything. This is Ananya Bhave, unalloyed devotion to something greater, purpose that transcends temporary conditions. Third, consider the psychological concept of flow complete absorption in meaningful activity. When you're in flow, you lose self consciousness. You're completely absorbed in something beyond yourself. Time disappears. The separate self dissolves. This is a glimpse of Paramapadam, the state beyond the limited self. Fourth, consider research on happiness and fulfillment. Studies consistently show that the deepest satisfaction comes not from pleasure or achievement for oneself, but from contributing to something larger service, meaning transcendence. This is Shivena Kamana, auspicious desire that goes beyond material gain, the desire for something greater. Let us now move on to some practical application as it relates to this verse. How do we apply this teaching in our daily lives? First, recognize that the deepest human need is transcendence, connection to something greater than yourself. You're not meant to be satisfied with just pleasure, just achievement, just accumulation. These are not enough. The soul seeks something greater. The soul seeks Paramapadam, the supreme destination. Second, develop practices that connect you to something greater than yourself. This could be spiritual practice, prayer, meditation, devotion. This could be service contributing to something larger. This could be creative work, participating in beauty or truth. Whatever connects you beyond your limited self. Whatever gives you a taste of transcendence. Third, seek meaning beyond pleasure and achievement. Pleasure is temporary, achievement is limited. But meaning, purpose that transcends yourself, this is what satisfies the soul. Ask yourself, what am I contributing to that's larger than myself? Fourth, cultivate transcendent experiences. Moments when you lose self consciousness. Moments when you're absorbed in something beautiful or meaningful. Moments when the boundaries of the separate self dissolve. These are glimpses of the supreme destination. These are tastes of Niranjanam, the spotless state. Fifth, perform your duties with devotion, Nija Dharma Bhavitam. This is not about abandoning your responsibilities. This is about transforming them through devotion. Whatever your duties, as a parent, as a worker, as a citizen, perform them with devotion to something greater. Let them become spiritual practice. Sixth, purify your intent Shivana Kamana. Why are you seeking? What do you want? If you're seeking for material gain, for temporary pleasure, for ego satisfaction, this won't satisfy the soul. But if you're seeking with pure intent for truth, for beauty, for connection to the divine, this purifies the heart. This washes away contamination. Now, let us look at how this verse can help our young people. For young people, this verse offers a powerful insight. You're building your life, you're making choices about career, relationships, purpose. Here's what's crucial to understand: the deepest satisfaction comes from connecting to something larger than yourself. Think about the best teams in sports, in games, in projects. When the team is working together towards something greater, individuals achieve things they couldn't achieve alone. The same is true for life. When you connect to something larger than yourself, a purpose, a mission, a transcendent goal, you unlock potential you didn't know you had. Don't just seek success for yourself. Don't just pursue pleasure or achievement. Seek something greater. Seek something that transcends your limited self. That's where the deepest satisfaction is found. Now, let us look at how this verse can help our older generation folks. For those with more life experience, this verse speaks to something you've likely discovered. You've achieved things, You've experienced pleasures, you've accumulated possessions, and you probably discovered these don't provide the deepest satisfaction. Life's deepest satisfaction comes from contributing to something that will outlast you. Family raising children who will continue after you. Community building something that serves others. Knowledge contributing to understanding. Beauty creating something that endures. This is Paramapadam, the supreme destination. Not temporary achievement, but eternal contribution. What you can offer younger generations is this wisdom. Seek transcendence. Seek meaning beyond yourself. The separate self is too small to satisfy the soul. The soul seeks something greater. That's the supreme destination. In conclusion, we can say this verse of the Srimad Bhagavatam describes the supreme destination. Those who take shelter of the Lord's feet with pure intent, washing away material contamination through unalloyed devotion, realize the spotless supreme abode. This is not about temporary achievement. This is about eternal destinations. The deepest human need is transcendence, connection to something greater than the limited self. Seek meaning beyond pleasure and achievement. Cultivate transcendent experiences. Perform your duties with devotion. That's the path to the supreme destination. Thank you for exploring this verse with me. Thank you, Namaste, and Mahalo for joining me in this